Is everybody set? Are we out to meet?
We're good to go? Okay.
All right, let's go. So, Kate, if you can do what you just did outside.
Yep, I will try my best. Hi, I am Kate Ridgway. I am the State Archaeological Conservator. Welcome to the Department of Historic Resources. As you may have heard, yesterday we found a copper box at the Lee pedestal. I will say that it does appear that this is the box that we had expected. It the measurements are correct. It weighs, it measures about 13.5 inches by 13.5 inches by 7.5 inches. In the papers, it was measured at 14 inches by 14 inches by 8 inches. So that's well within what we were expecting. We also have tested it, and we used a portable XRF machine to test it, and it does say that it is actually made of copper, which is also what we were expecting. So it does appear to be the box we were actually expecting, as opposed to last week, which is a completely different thing. So what happened is it was found in a little alcove at the pedestal. It was found in a pool of water. So we had concerns that water had gotten inside. There was a little mortar around it, but it was much easier to remove than the last one. So it actually we were able to pull it right out. So after that, we brought it here. We have done before treatment photography. It's part of a conservation process. We want to make sure we have all the images before we start doing anything to it. And so last night we did photography, we did the analysis of the metal, and we had the Richmond Bomb Squad come and do x-rays for us. You may have seen those x-rays. They did confirm what we were expecting from the inventory. We saw mini balls, we saw buttons, we saw coins, we saw books, and what we're seeing looks good. It looks like it's in good condition. So what we did last night was, after photography and everything, we wrapped it up in blankets. The concern is that it was very cold yesterday. We brought it into a warm environment. The inside is going to have condensation and water, and we don't want any water in there. So we were trying to bring the temperature up slowly. So we seem to have mostly succeeded. This morning I got here at 7:30. After a few hours and consultation with folks, we realized we were really not getting this open the way we got the last one open. The only way this is opening is if we cut it open. So we now have everything we need. We cut 3 out of the 4 sides. We're going to cut the last side live on television, which is terrifying. And so what we did after we cut the 3 sides, we want to make sure that it stays as dry as possible. So we wrapped it up. We put silica gel in there, and we've vacuumed out any air we could, and we've left it there waiting for you guys to come. So what you're going to see us doing is I'm going to clamp this down to the table. We're going to take all of this off. We're going to clamp it to the table. I'm going to be using a saw to cut off the last side. Hopefully it will go as quickly as the other 3. We'll have my boss here will be operating the vacuum to try and vacuum up anything that might be coming out, as we saw. Sue will be helping to hold the box down because I'll be pushing down, and we don't want it to flip for obvious reasons. What you'll see in there, because we did see a little bit of condensation, we slid a piece of blotter paper in there. It's just a white absorbent piece of paper. And so we put it in there to help catch some of that condensation on the inside of the box so that it's not dripping on the artifacts. So when we open it, you're going to see that, and it's going to be really unimpressive, but we're going to take that off, and then you will see what everybody else will see. After that, we are very quickly going to start to take artifacts out. We have folks in the back who are helping us with these artifacts to stabilize them. So we're going to take things out. I'm going to try and get photographs so that you guys can have stills if you don't manage to get a photograph. And we're just going to be moving things back as quickly as possible because we need to get these things stabilized. The most important thing is that these artifacts are preserved. It is not that you guys get a good shot. I'm really sorry to tell you that. So we're going to do that. Are there any questions before?
Okay, what does it mean for something to be stabilized?
So to be stabilized means that so these artifacts have been in this box for 130 years. They've only been exposed to themselves and their own air supply. We have now introduced a ton of extra air and a ton of extra water. And so it's not used to that, and we want to make sure that it has a chance to come to an equilibrium on its own speed, and if anything's really wet, we want to make sure that we can freeze it. So what we want to do is make sure these artifacts are in a state that we can leave them until we have a chance to treat everyone individually and work with the owners to have them treated the way they need to be treated.
Can you talk a little bit more about the possibility of a potential photograph being legible and survive?
Okay, so that's a really good question. We won't know until you know, but I will say that photographs are notoriously unstable and deteriorate really quickly. So the likelihood, if there is a Lincoln photo in here, which is not likely, we will be removing it very quickly. We will get you photographs of that, but we have to get it stabilized and in the back very quickly, or else it will not survive. So that has to be a priority. So as soon as we see things, we're just going to be doing that. So hopefully you guys have copies of the inventory from 1887. You can follow along. We're going to be getting an inventory out there because you never know if somebody threw something extra in there. And we will keep you posted as we know, but we're going to get you information as we can.
All right, we got lots of work to do.
Yeah.
Before Kate gets started, how about a round of applause for her? Thank you.
Okay, this part, the part where I'm cutting is going to be really loud and noisy. Okay. So let me get gloves. Remember, that's clear, right? People who are close. Thanks. Yeah, a little, just not much. History. History. I'll prize my. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Yes, as one can imagine. Okay. I put a lot of tape on here because I was nervous. So now you have to watch that too.
And those are just bags of silica gel that were used to absorb the moisture that was in the box.
Just seems to be used. I'm trying to not jostle this any more than we have to. So I'm going to lift it if you guys can just take away the. Okay. Yeah. It weighs 36 pounds for anybody who has any questions about that. Okay, can I have this twill tape?
Yep.
So right now I'm putting these in because I'm trying to prevent the lid from just falling in. Don't do the tape anymore. There's blue tape on here that I was using as a guide while I was cutting. It is not a part of the artifact. I'm sure you knew that. Of course, then I let it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's put these at the. Yes.
Before you start cutting, might you stop momentarily and say your name and title, and then everyone else
Oh, yeah.
back there working?
Yes. My name is Kate Ridgway. I am the State Archaeological Conservator for the Department of Historic Resources.
I'm Sue Donovan, Conservator for Special Collections at University of Virginia Library.
Elizabeth Moore, I'm the state archaeologist with the Department of Historic Resources.
Leslie Straub, I'm the collections manager for the Department of Historic Resources.
And what you don't see is behind the scenes, we have several people who work at local museums helping, and they just are, we just needed more room. So they're in the back. And we, honest to God, just needed you guys to not hassle people while we're trying to do stuff. So you can hassle me, that's great, but back there we'll be dealing with artifacts. Okay. I need my lamps. Yeah, I do. We might need to pull it out just a little more. Let me hold it for a second. Okay, so I'm putting this block in place to help guide the saw so I can cut a straighter line. Because I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm nervous. So, okay. Just gonna. Yep.
We good to go?
Yeah, I guess we're good to go. Well, okay. I'm gonna move it closer to the center. Thank you. When you know it. Okay, one more quick. Just kidding. Thank you. It was just a real quick. Yeah. Thank you. Watch out for that. Okay. Okay, you want to clear this off? Okay, folks, is everybody ready? Here we go. Okay, what do we got? Well, the rock is going to be, I think that's the rock.
Coins wrapped in the paper.
That's a mini ball. I got to choose my glove. These metals have to go back really quickly. For anyone who was here last time, any of the metals, the metal coin from last time started to tarnish within a minute. It was bright silver and then it turned gray. So we're just getting these back into silica gel as quickly as possible. Huh? Yeah, just start pulling, yeah. If you can get any of those coins and stuff, just start pulling them out. Is it
This, I don't know what this is.
So some of the stuff we sort of understand. We know there were some mini balls in here. There does appear to be the piece of wood that had the bullet stuck in it, right here on top. Do you want me to take care of the wood?
Yeah. Well, actually, I can do the wood, and you can do
Yeah,
the
fair.
coins. So we'll switch spots.
Yep. Okay, so we're pulling out the metals first because they're on top. Everybody's. Here's one of the buttons. It looks like the Virginia seal actually on it. These are lasting on it. I think that would be that coin. Remember that coin bulk we saw on the video? Okay, folks, so while we're assessing things, you're gonna get to watch. That's how that works. If you have questions, just shout them out and I'll do what I can to answer. If I don't answer you, it's because I'm not paying attention. And that's how the world rolls. Okay. The button. Oh, that's the button? That's the button, yeah. Here, I'm just gonna show them this one here. I don't know if you guys can see.
We've got the mini balls here.
Oh, okay, so she's just uncovering some mini balls. We have a button here.
Little higher, take it right. There you go.
This feels a little,
Is that a military button?
I can't quite tell. It says, I can't quite tell, honestly. Okay, get that, and so this will tell them I'll do that.
Okay, right now?
Yeah, take all of this.
Yep.
Incredibly
And
dry,
then
man.
come back with another.
Incredibly dry, man. Incredibly dry.
Can we?
Awesome work.
One, two, three, four, five. I'm gonna take pictures real quick. Here, can I just real quick?
Yeah. You want to look on the other side?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the up there.
So does it seem to be dry?
It's, I can definitely tell that there's moisture that came from the condensation on the top of the lid.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not soup, so we're okay with that.
So just so that you guys can see, there was supposed to be an inscription on this box. I'm not seeing that. You can see how wet it is on the inside from condensation though. If we find an inscription, we'll send you guys a picture, but right now, I'm just not seeing that.
Hey, Kate, what does it say on that book right there?
There's
Or Sue,
like
actually.
4,000 or 5,000 books in there right now. Which book?
It's hard to read it upside down, but
Made it.
I see
Bird
something
Island.
Bird Island, patent family flower. Constitution and bylaws of Lee Camp program. Yep. Yes, that's our first one there. That was on the inventory.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out which ones to take out first.
Sorry. Let me know what you need help with.
That's just to get the orientation of what's in there. It is very tightly packed, yes.
There's a reason it weighed 36 pounds and there's still no water in there. If you have a lot of books and never moved them, it feels like that. Trying to give you a sense.
Definitely some
Someone's calling card, yeah. Mosby?
Looks like we got some individual letters.
So if we can just keep this pathway clear, that would be great. No jumping. You terrify me when you jump.
Who's jumping?
There's someone behind you. Okay. Okay. Your show.
Who is the young man standing there?
I'm Everett Mercer.
Sorry?
Everett Mercer.
Everett Mercer? Where are you from, Everett?
Ashland.
Ashland? How did you manage to, get on this?
My dad is Clark Mercer.
Which, Harper's Weekly,
Harper's Weekly.
1865, April 29th, Harper's Weekly, 1865, page 263. Okay. No, this is definitely not dry, unfortunately. But it's also not soup, so there's that, I guess.
So you can read the writing.
Yes, we can read it. You can see.
Wow.
I cannot lift this up.
You'll need to go get a piece of.
I need to just put it out on the
Yeah,
floor.
go.
On the table.
Yeah, go do what you need to do.
Yeah.
So I have to say, it looked like a picture of Lincoln. It said Lincoln on it, so this may be not at all what everyone was hoping for.
This here looks like it was a way to mend the tears in the middle. Someone mended it.
Did you hear that? So it looks like when they put this in, it was already torn, and they've actually have a mend on there because this had been folded already many times. And so it looks like a figure grieving over the grave of Lincoln.
It's a printed image.
A printed image from Harper's Weekly, 260, pages 264 and 265. It's like a centerfold picture. Okay, and then I'm getting out of your way, Sue, so you can get this out of here.
Can you take a look at this and see if you can tell me what's going on?
So it appears to be a picture of someone reading over something.
Over Lincoln.
Over Lincoln.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's
Coffin,
the year on that?
coffin with an
1865.
What's that?
So this is the part of, that's the shell, the fragment from Fredericksburg that we were actually afraid, sorry, I picked that up,
That's fine.
from, is live ordnance. And it's in fact not live. This was part of the reason we had the bomb squad come out, because we don't trust what they wrote in the newspaper back then. So we wanted to make sure it actually wasn't live before anybody came into the lab. So I think that is what we have here.
That was what? Dave, I'm sorry.
Sorry, there was supposed to be a fragment of a shell from a battle in Fredericksburg.
I think we got money.
No? Okay.
So I'm making the decision not to, this looks like Confederate money in an envelope. I'm making the decision not to separate it all right now because as a stack, it retains more moisture and I'll have more time later to separate the individual notes. So I'm going to leave that as it is right now.
You want to go back?
No, you're fine, but you're not. Actually.
There's some goo. There's some goo on the envelope, so I can't really read what that says. Sorry. Looks like there's Confederate notes in here.
Okay, there were supposed to be
Yeah.
some of those, yeah. So you're leaving that as a
I'm leaving that right
Yep.
now. I will separate it later.
perfect.
12 copper coins.
Oh, there was a supposed to be a bundle of coins. 12 copper coins to Lee Monument from Charles Howard, maybe? Or Harwood?
Kate, first glimpse, what's your feeling about how good shape it is?
I think it's in pretty good shape considering what we normally get with these. I'm just going to hold this up real quick. I think it's in better shape than we had expected. We thought everything was going to be soup, and it's not soup, so it's pretty great.
What about the, I keep going back to that picture, how's that as far as in shape?
That's a Sue question.
Good question.
It's an old newspaper from 1865 that's already had some wear and tear before it got put into the box itself. So I would say considering it looks like it's in pretty good shape considering that kind of wear and tear before it even got put in the box. All right.
Is there anything else you need?
It's like,
It's stuff.
yeah, I think looks sometimes can be deceiving here, and so it's so packed, and the boards of the books have splayed, so I'm gonna have to really work with Kate to figure out what's gonna come out first so we can release others.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna.
And it might, Donovan. Might need to,
Yeah, if I pull the book a little closer to you, will that loosen enough for you to get that?
maybe, it's like a Bible right there.
Yeah, that does look like, there, we were expecting a Bible, and it does look like maybe we have a Bible. Okay.
Just sort of like,
No, you take
Yeah.
your time. It's just really cram-packed. Next time capsule, maybe not so much stuff in it.
yeah.
You're getting the time machine together, right? You tell them. Like one less book.
Is there a bottle in there, do you see?
A Bible.
Is there a bottle, do you see?
I do not see a bottle. I call dibs. Well, so I have a metal. Well, that's not gonna get in there. Ooh. It's just
It's
like,
real stuff.
so do we just start from here?
I
Oh my
would,
gosh,
except
you're right.
it's, yeah.
It's like so stuck.
Yeah. Might even like, if I try the Bible, then it's. I'm trying to look for something that's got a little more stability to it, but these are, the board is still sort of mushy.
Okay.
If I pull, it'll all come apart.
Is there a way we can slip something in between them so that you can loosen up one thing?
We could try.
Okay, guys, really, we need to keep that clear. I don't know what we need yet. That is really stuck. Do you want me to try?
Sure. You wedge it under the spine, the bottom.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, it's not moving at all. Oh my god. So basically what it looks like has happened is that there's enough water in here that everything is expanded, and it's made everything kind of stick. Yeah. Yeah. Should we see if Gretchen has any ideas?
Yeah. We're gonna see if our other conservators in the back have any ideas about how to loosen this up. The problem with using a lot of force is that I could rip everything to shreds if I hulk out on it, so I'll avoid doing that. It's not the smelliest time capsule I've worked with.
Do y'all have any equipment that analyzes the air as soon as you open it up?
No, we don't have that kind of equipment. I think industrial hygienists might. So if you know any of those.
Okay. We're open to ideas. I mean, everything is really stuck. I'm afraid if I cut the sides, we're gonna cut that. I guess I could put, I don't even know if I can get anything in there to protect. I guess I could do here and here. Do you see if there's anything?
Because this will continue to expand.
Right? So if I do here, I won't hit anything. If I do here, what does it look like I'll hit anything?
I think you might be far enough away, but I think you might have to sacrifice the box in order to reduce space.
Okay, I just wanted another set of eyes on that before I made that decision. Okay, let's talk to Sue and see if that's the game plan.
Hey Ryan, have you gotten directly over top of it yet?
Times, but it's not my chance.
Okay, consultation done. What we've decided is we're gonna cut down one side of the box where we can see that I probably won't hit anything. To help release some of this pressure, we have to sacrifice the box for the artifacts inside. Not ideal, but it's the way it is.
Jay, is there any indication that, Copper maybe is the best way to preserve some of these items back in that?
Copper has a lot to recommend it, so you can make it pretty thin and have it still be strong. It also acts as a fungicide and a biocide, so that things that would like normally deteriorate, books and things won't really live near copper. So they may have known that, I don't know. Also, it's waterproof if it stays closed. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do this even. I do think I want to clamp, if I clamp it, I'm going to be pushing this way, the clamp will help.
Right.
Well, no, I think I'm just going to have somebody from, just make sure I'm not pushing it too much, and we're going to have to cover all of this.
Yeah.
Did that piece of blotter that we used to go somewhere? So Sue and all our colleagues are in the back stabilizing things we've already gotten out, and I'm going to be doing this. So basically right now I'm putting things down to help protect the artifacts inside from any copper that I might be generating. Okay, I need the blue tape to, I want
Right
to,
here. Yeah.
I want to know where the artifacts are
Yeah.
before I cut. Yeah, that needs to come off.
Right back here. You don't have much room.
I don't have much room yet. Super excited about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is I want to make sure I'm not hitting artifacts, but I also have to get past the corner of the box, or else I'm just going to be cutting through the other side.
Looks like it's funny.
I'm trying to give myself as much room as possible. Oh, this is going to suck. Sorry, that's the most polite thing I can say. Okay, I'm going to need you to keep an eye out too,
Yep.
to see what I'm,
Yep.
because I literally can't get anything in there to protect the artifact. Okay. I'm probably also going to sit down for this.
Yep.
Hold that on. Okay, this side I got
Plenty of room.
oodles of room.
Yes.
Okay, gotta stop doing that. Okay, we'll come around here.
So you're gonna do it on the inside of the tape, or outside of the tape?
Outside of the tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of the tape. Don't try and confuse me.
Making sure it's a good plan.
Nope, that's the game plan.
Okay, you need.
I do. Whoever had safety goggles before needs them back on.
Matt Barnes spatula for the back.
I'm sorry, what?
Spatula.
Yeah,
I'll hold it from the inside.
yeah, you're fine. I just gotta get her a micro spatula. Here we go. I'm gonna be doing this. Do you want me? I'm gonna come and get you as soon as I can. Yeah. Okay. 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 So. Everything about this. Okay. Push it towards the edge. I'm gonna do the easy side first. which is this side. Easy side, hard side, terrifying side. Okay, so okay,
Ready?
sure.
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna have to. Is that enough? No. Okay. Well, girl can dream. Okay.
You need a notebook?
If you want to come over here and run it, that would actually be great.
Do you want to have a spatula ready to hold this book up as the
Yes.
side comes down? How do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Or this board, maybe?
Yeah, if you can use the board, but if
Yeah.
you can't, then this spatula is pretty thin.
Okay.
You might be able to get more down there. Okay, everybody got their, here's your glasses. Yeah, right here, put them there.
It's shooting a lot of debris.
It is.
Yeah.
Where are you cutting?
I'm cutting here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cut here. Okay?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. It's shooting down
True.
here, so yeah, perfect. How was that?
You did.
Did it go through?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll yell if I need you to stop.
Okay, loudly.
Yeah. So stop. Can you go back this way a little bit? You're right up against the paper. You still got a little bit that needs to be cut right here.
Oh, I see it, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and there's a piece of paper sticking out right there. That's
Okay,
where I had
we're
you
gonna
cut
try.
off. Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this towards me.
Yep.
Crap, did I miss the, I did. Okay, hold on to that.
Yep.
Come on. Don't be shy. What the heck?
Somebody about to search the presser?
I don't know.
Come on, come on.
Come on. There we go, thank you. Excuse me?
It's cursed.
Yeah, it was one touch for you guys. There we go. Thank you. Okay, let's try that again.
Take this out.
I'm gonna back up a little bit. Yep.
Sorry.
Stop.
Yep.
Where was that that one? You see what I'm...
Yep.
Hey, Sue?
Yeah.
Come here. Sorry. come around this
Yeah.
side. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull a little bit.
Yep, you just tell me how much I need to pull the clock. This one,
Here,
here,
okay. Go first. Okay, pause.
So a piece of paper has gotten stuck to the side. We're trying not to rip it off.
Yeah, go ahead. It's all right.
Okay.
Get your wrenches back.
Yes, go.
We gotta keep it clear over here.
It's pretty heavy. I don't know that. Minute.
That's fine. You take your time. None of these people are here.
Oh.
So we're basically trying to separate two pieces of paper that are want to be stuck together. So it's just going to take a second. She's using a Teflon tool, the white spatula you see in her hand. She's using that to carefully separate everything so that we can try to keep everything as in one piece as possible.
What's the tool called again?
It's a Teflon tool, so it's like a spatula made out of Teflon.
Got it.
I don't know. Language. Do I need to go
Yeah, I think just.
a little? I mean, I can push this down. Okay, so as soon as this comes free, so, yeah, seeing the back of a book, it says, it looks, I don't know what that is. It says Thomas L. Alfriend.
Well, that's for this one.
Yeah, that's this book I'm reading. I don't know what she's got. Apparently they were insurance agents. I'm pretty sure this is just not what I was expecting.
Proceedings of the Grand Lodge of Ancient York Masons of the state of Virginia.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
Man, well,
Okay.
got to go back and put here.
Does anyone have any questions?
What kind of saw was that?
It's I don't know if I'm allowed to say the brand on TV.
Go for it.
Dremel.
I heard the name.
What is it?
Can you come and endorse her, you know?
Yeah, I'm good. I like the job I have. I mean, not today, but, you know, normally.
Color agent.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get one of those. Can you see? I gotta hold it up because it's starting to like fall open. Okay. It started to fall open, so I wanted to. Tell me if you want me to do anything, otherwise I'm gonna wait for you.
Kate, any sign
Yeah.
of insects in there?
No sign of insects, and
Very wet Holy Bible, part of the inventory.
What you said?
Richmond Directory,
oh, we did expect a Richmond directory in here.
Blank Book Manufacturers, Richmond, Virginia. Merchants and manufacturers.
See that? Is this from the silver box?
Good question.
There's also actually no. You know what? This is what it's from. Oh, some of that is from that.
Oh.
Okay, so
Booklet went back to the freezer. Do you want to pin anything?
what I'm seeing now is you can see the line of books. We'll see if we can get those out with this movement that we have. But there's also a mini ball in here, and so that might also help us.
And then once it's frozen, then we can
Hey, Sue?
Yes.
Is there a coin somewhere? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Is it on the Holy Bible? Yep.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Another coin.
I saw an impression of a coin, so.
The feet on top of the table.
Yeah, I think you should do that. Can you work there? No. I'm trying to find a date on this.
Yep. This is called a micro spatula. I'm gonna sit down. I gotta see this. I was in my optimizer. I put it down somewhere, but of course. Yes, thank you.
I'm not getting
I know,
a
teamwork.
date.
There we go. The coin says 1883, appears to be silver, United States, and just like that. Yeah. 1 dime. Do you want me to take this out, or
Not yet.
not yet?
Not
Okay,
yet.
Perfect.
Oh, wait, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, wait. Oh. Okay. So, do you think we have enough play now, or am I gonna cut another stuff? I'm really terrified I'm gonna get
Yeah,
something.
no, I get that.
I can remove this and see if we get enough play.
Yeah, and then I can just try to remove some.
Would it be easier to get this or that?
Probably this would give us more bang for the buck.
Okay. What direction do you want to be? So basically, I'm just trying to give her more room without damaging the box any more than we have to. Oh, the water. There was just a huge drop of water that just squeezed out of it. Maybe a little more wet than we hoped for. Suction. Suction. Nice.
I don't know if that's honest, because I can't get my.
Let's try
hand in
the
there.
littler things.
Okay. Or should I be?
You tell me where you need to be, and then I got longer arms. Okay. Is that gonna be enough?
Figure out what's what.
Yep, there.
Could you have a better vision, I think, of,
It doesn't look like any stuff to the side right now. Ooh, you got it? Okay, something. Do they appear to be more envelopes, letters, maybe something like that? I think French's flag is right on the bottom.
okay.
That's what that is.
Oh, okay. Can you tell if I'm,
You are,
like stripping?
here, you want to put on here? If I can push on it that way, just as easily.
Oh, great.
Does that work? Okay. Okay, that frees up some room.
Richmond, a guide. What?
Is Just making room here. Do you have enough room now, or do you need me to keep pushing?
I do have enough room here, okay.
Oh. Oh, there. Okay, so what we're seeing is Richmond, a Guide, 1881 by Daniel Murphy. Constitution and Bylaws of Virginia Mechanics Institute, 1887.
I think you need to open that.
Okay. Apparently something I need to open.
Sorry, I'll take that away.
No, you're fine. It's just easier. I'm steadier if I'm sitting.
Okay.
William B. Isaacs, Grand Secretary of something.
The Mason Secretary.
There you go. Someone who knows their history. Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Okay. Okay, this is William Isaacs stationery. This is William Isaacs. It appears that there's something in here, so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Oh, this is. There was a compass supposed to be in here, right?
A what?
A compass.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Compass and square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are like fundraisers to build one.
Between politics and politics.
Okay.
Got it.
Stuff done. See, it's looking better when it's quiet in here. So here's the question. Do you want me to get this out? I think it's a compass like that.
Yeah.
So I can try that way.
Yeah, I can try to move these gloves together.
I know, it's really like, that's the challenge here. Okay. So you can see we're taking a lot of pictures of things before we do anything, because normally we would have a really controlled environment where we take photographs. That just isn't the game plan today. You know what? Yeah, okay, this is the new game plan. Okay, yeah. Masonic, something. For those of you who hopefully can see. Hey, Sue.
Yes, sorry.
No, you're fine. I just. So I'm going to separate these, but we need to make, like, I'll tell them that this is all a group. We need to make sure that they know the envelope is. Okay, this is going to be harder. So these look like they're made out of wood. There we go. It's a Masonic symbol and a flag carved out of wood.
Those were made from a tree that grew over Stonewall Jackson's grave.
Oh, this is that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Excellent, thank you.
Yes, Dale.
Um,
Can you hold it up?
yeah, just a sec.
1687 Richmond Dispatch.
Okay. So, I'm just going to hold them up one at a time. So, can you, do you think? Got it? Okay. Yep, all of these, both of these are made out of wood. Compass and square. Okay? Okay. These all go together. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, so this envelope says Badges of Army, Northern Virginia. Also, I think something we were expecting. Again, William Isaacs' envelope. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, they've started to lay out the Confederate money out here. We have $10, $5, $2 bills, a 50-cent bill, a $1 bill, bunches of them. Okay, so that was what was in one of those envelopes. Yeah, I've got more stuff for you. Yeah, I need that. Can you show Gretchen that these are the badges?
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we know what they're made of?
I don't, there was a question as to whether or not they were paper or textile,
Gotcha.
but I wanted to see them. Thank you. So I'm just trying to make sure the right expert gets the right artifacts. Okay. I know, right? I'm sure everybody wants to watch me blow my nose on CNN. Okay.
I got one question.
Yes,
Can you
questions?
explain the flag again?
So, actually, somebody out there already knew. So there were two artifacts that were carved from, who was it who said it? You, yes.
The tree that grew over Stonewall Jackson,
Yes.
the original grave,
Yes.
not the second one.
And so those were two artifacts that were carved out of it. One was a flag and one was a compass and square, which is a Masonic symbol.
What type of flag was it?
Yeah. Those were the ones for we don't have any. This is what we got. And there might be some in those bags that already have the slippage gel in them. Okay. Okay. Just 1 second. If I get stuff, I'll let you know. A sweet spot of wetness, okay. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to continue sort of trying to separate things, and Sue's going to keep in the back. Okay.
say, how are you ranking this finding over your years of experience?
Okay, so I've been doing this since 1997. Honestly, this is fine. I know everybody wants this to be like a big thing, but we deal with history every day, and I gotta say, the things that really like make me excited are the things that are very personal, like shoes where you can see people's footprints, fingerprints in a clay pot. Like that's what does it for me. These are books. Do you need this?
No, go ahead.
Can I take that? Okay. So this is Hollytex. It's a material that we're putting this on so that we can make sure that we can get these artifacts back there safely and they don't stick to the tray or anything else. So right now I'm just looking for a way in. I don't know if you can see, but a lot of these books are actually stuck together, which is a problem. And even though we've managed to clear out a section of this, they're still all stuck together.
Is there any sense in letting them dry out as a clump and then separate them, or do you have to get them separated first?
That's a Sue question. I actually just don't. It's been so long since I've studied any paper conservation, I'm hesitant to answer that.
I missed the question.
The question is there any benefit to letting these dry together as a clump and separating them later?
It sort of depends. It's a little better for them to dry flat, where there can be an equivalent amount of air moving through. Otherwise, you have spots that are more wet or more dry than others, and that can cause foxing, that can cause staining, it could even cause mold. So it's sort of like it depends on how many hands you have on staff and how much time you have and how much freezer space. We have the freezer space, so drying it slowly drying a book slowly will be to our benefit. We don't have enough hands to interleave those wet books. It could even break the binding. But for these flat items, while we can, and while they're pliable in this wet phase, I'd like to get them flat and dry.
I have another newspaper for you. Okay.
So Jess Kate's doing her really good work. I think it's another opportunity if you're just tuning in to thank the Department of Historic Resources here, and Julie Langen, who's the agency head, and Stephanie Williams here.
Yay!
And also, just so folks know, Secretary Grinley Johnson, Grinley, wave your hand. He's our Secretary of Administration for the Commonwealth, oversees the Department of General Services, and DGS oversaw a lot of the work out of the circle. Devon Henry. Devon, say hello. Hello. Devon is our, general contractor, and he's a real hero in this tale. He took this job when not a lot of other folks would take it, and has an incredible group that has indexed all the material out the circle and found not one but 2 time capsules. Just wanted to, and obviously a big shout to our communications folks, and Grant, who's in the back, is the governor's chief communications director, to put this together and making sure you have eyes on it.
Yvonne, you promised me no more, right?
Did I?
Yes, say it.
Can't do that.
Ah,
We're still working.
you're killing me.
You need me to tag in?
I'm just wondering if I can, actually I just got it. Do you want to take that? I can't read what it says. So I would like to continue to credit the fabulous folks in the back that you're never going to see. who are helping us so much, and we love them.
Give them a round of applause too.
Thank you.
Hey, I found a rubber band.
You're kidding me, right?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
No.
Stop stretching it. Okay. The Daily Richmond Sunday, Volume 2, number 315. Henrico Democrats is all I can read. I just feel like I keep holding things up like it's the Holy Grail. Sue's going to be in charge. Oh my gosh, you can see my glove leaking. This is awesome. Okay, I'm going to leave that to you.
What year is on that?
I cannot see anything about a year yet.
Well,
Do you want me to try and?
I can do that, but I want your opinion on something.
Yes.
Metallic.
Okay. Here we go.
You see daily dispatch on
Oh, I know, but I want to, before anything happens to it.
Your editorial on that. Bob, I was gonna say one of your photographs, but I think it's an article about that, right?
Probably, quite a great close to.
On the freezer.
That's a Sue question.
So you didn't put vinegar on the freezer?
Yes.
Wrapped and frozen?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna try to unfold this.
Okay, I'll just take those.
I think we're just gonna, I don't know what I'm looking at yet.
I wasn't sure what
I think it's board with some kind of metal on it.
There's one more shout I didn't give, and I should have, but Cindy Bailey, who's the governor's counsel here, Jessica Colleen, who is here. If you all remember, taking down this monument was not without its legal challenges, and Rita Davis, who is Cindy's predecessor, kind of led the way to make
It's
sure
a
this
piece
was
of card,
done.
I think.
Good job, Cindy.
It's 2 pieces of card. Take these down. You have my microphone. Oh, there's it. What do we got here? So, oh, there's a thing inside. Okay, well, this is a thing. It appears to have like a knight on it, maybe. Okay. J.H. Capers, Richmond Commandery number 2, Knights Templar. Oh, let's go see it again. So I can't tell if I can. Oh, wait, I see. There we go. So you want to look at this now? It appears to be a list of officers, knights, past commanders, honorary members. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth, yes. These two artifacts are together, and this was found inside of this.
Got it.
You can sort of see.
We'll cover it, yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Okay, next. Thank you guys for your patience. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's see where I might need you for this one. Great.
See that? Oh, is that, did that go there? Possibly. We'll do the paste down. That's fine.
Free? Is it free? Yep.
But I don't know what that was. And that was like,
That's part of the envelope.
I need Gretchen.
You need Gretchen?
I found something that's textile based, so we're calling our textile conservator.
Look that up.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Many. I don't know. Yeah, maybe halfway. I see this item right there.
Can I,
Yeah.
This is the one I collected.
Let me
Let's
know.
do something else.
What do you need?
piece of holotext would be good, or no, we need a board,
I need a board.
like a blue board.
There's one to your left right there that has Mylar. This here.
Oh,
Is that okay?
that's fancy. Is that a?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I need something smaller.
Okay, there's some board scraps in the back. There's a box. Leslie, can you share the blue board scrap?
Okay, any questions? While my hands dry.
So if you
That-
fold that,
So what we have left in the box, it looks like maybe 8 books. It looks like maybe some kind of text on the bottom, that might be the flag, but we're not sure yet. And there's a few other sort of pieces of newspaper. There's also a mini ball right at the bottom.
it's the fancy
There could
bits
be
that
another
are
picture
hot.
on any of the newspapers that there was with the other picture.
I mean, I think that that most of these newspapers will have pictures. What they're of, I have no idea. That's why I'm kind of yelling out the dates and things so that these fine folks can go try and find the copies online. And then they'll know what the pictures are before we do.
Can you read the date on the newspaper?
Let's see if I can read it now.
Here's one you can use.
Long box.
Here's one.
So there's the Daily Dispatch, Richmond, Wednesday morning, December 2nd, 1868. And it has a name of a person at the top, Halberton maybe? J.B. Halberton, Richmond, Virginia at the top. This one is the same person.
It's the fancy bits.
Yeah.
So my guess is probably a similar date, but April 2nd,
There might be another one
1887,
in there.
Saturday.
Bookmark.
At least that's a date I see. It may not be the date. Oh wait. Oh wait, nope, I see it. Tuesday, January 2nd, 1883. Double sheet, it says.
How many mini balls have you found so far?
1, 2, 3, this will be the 4th, I think, plus one in a tree.
California.
Oh, California. Picture. California Regiment 71 PA. Dedication of monument and reception of something Gettysburg, PA.
But you can leave that here if you want to. I don't want to take it in your hands.
You got it? I can probably, yeah. You know, that's why I need extra people. You got that? Yep. Okay. Get my gloves.
Should I take this back? Do you want me to open this so you can see the bookmark there? Oh, yeah. Or you can open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you.
Okay.
Do you need me to hold that?
I can get gloves back on and.
Here, you need anything?
Thank you. So this book is the minutia of soldier life. Don't we all know it? There is a cloth bookmarker, so that's what we're trying to free.
They're gonna, well, I'm gonna wait for them to, but the Robert Control gets in. But I really need this all to just stay together, that's my work right now.
The bookmarker Lincoln.
Bearded gentleman.
Bearded gentleman.
But not all that.
Can you put it a little further in? That was on page 157.
You want me to hold that while you?
We don't know.
Oh, there we go.
That's the Cornerstone Center.
By Carlton McCarthy, 1884.
I can't get it.
Is that a bookmark or was that just inserted?
It was a bookmark.
When she puts it down, just get a good one, that's all I need. I don't need one right now.
What page is the bookmark?
152, is that what I said? 157. There we go.
Is that Lee?
That's actually a commemorative ribbon that they handed out a lot of this on the day the Cornerstone played. So it's not unique to this bookmark.
Is it Lee?
Yes.
So it's a commemorative ribbon? Yep.
I'm gonna take these away.
There's a card right behind me. Okay, so it looks like we still have some pamphlets, some books, a mini ball, another newspaper maybe. I know, that's the hardest part, putting
Yeah.
stuff on.
Okay. You want me to get in there?
I mean, I just only have one glove on, so whenever you get a chance.
I'll get in there.
You got it? And then if you want to hold it up while she does her thing, or I can get my glove on.
Can you hold it up?
Sure, no, I'll just handle it.
Found another coin. Kate, I found another coin. It needs to go back.
Did it just fall off?
Yeah, it was right. Here, let me show where it was.
Another coin.
Almanac.
1887 almanac.
I got it.
Maybe another tray.
Yeah.
Can't see the title on that.
Is that ready to go back to you another tray?
Reports of Chamber of Commerce, Richmond, Virginia, 1886. I need another tray after this.
Yep, I'll take this back. Or you can take it back.
Take it back.
Okay. Here you go. Thank you. Okay.
That's, if you'll let me unstick this, if you want, or
Yes, I can hold that.
okay. That has some writing on it.
So yeah, you want to take a picture of that? What she's taking a picture of now is there's a larger book. It seems to be wrapped in paper, and there's some kind of writing on the outside. So she's taking a picture while it's in there. Okay, and then I'm going to hold this while she does her thing. It's wrapped in some kind of twine.
Yeah.
There's more rubber bands. So we're finding rubber bands in here, in case anybody's interested in that, which I think is interesting.
Me too. So the reports of the commerce, 1886 and 1887. Reports of the Chamber of Commerce, Richmond, Virginia, 86 and 87. 2 distinct volumes.
Okay, got it. Rachel's gonna do that bottom layer herself. Okay.
Do you have a plan?
No,
Okay.
your plan is my plan right now.
I think we'll just have to,
Yeah, we're gonna get to that later, and then that's Gretchen's show, I think.
yeah.
Did she hear me? She'll hear me in a few seconds. Yeah.
Ooh, water.
Oh, water everywhere.
I think the wrapping is backwards, so I can't read the writing right now.
Okay, so it looks like there's like 4 pamphlets in here.
Just take them out as a chunk.
They come out as a chunk. Oh, yeah, okay, awesome. There you go.
Pamphlets.
Take a picture. Got it, go. So all I was saying is that I think when we get this out, that's gonna be you. I'm happy to help, but does that look like? Looks like music. No, I was just expecting it to be the song, but maybe you're right. Yeah. I know. Well, we'll check back with you when we can see more. It is the heat of everyone's stares. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
We'll call you back if it turns out to be. Thank you. Can I get another tray, please?
Yeah.
Yep. I can't read that. You want to read that out?
Postmaster, if this package should not be called for, please notify me and I will send stamps sufficient for its return. William B. Isaacs, Grand Secretary, Richmond, Virginia.
Well, there you go then.
It's a postage stamp. This looks like string.
That, yeah, that one I think is string. Okay.
Yeah, why don't we put the string wrapped ones together and then I can put those.
Okay. You read them.
All right. An historical account of some memorable actions, particularly in Virginia, by Sir Thomas Grantham, KT, Randolph and English Booksellers and Binders, Richmond, Virginia.
You want to turn that sideways? I can probably fit this one on there too.
Yep.
If I can. This next book is wrapped in paper. It's a pretty together book.
Yep.
Postmaster.
Postmaster, if this is not called for within 10 days,
They're really worried.
please notify W.B. Isaacs, Grand Recorder, Grand ENC period, K period, T period, United States, Richmond, Virginia. I'm assuming that's Knight Templar for KT.
You could give me another tray.
Yep.
That would be grand. Okay. Sorry. Maybe it's gonna be adjusted here. Can you do me a favor and grab that coin? Take a picture. Let's take a picture of that coin, and then I want you to grab it out.
Yep.
And take it in the back. Thank you.
Yep.
And then just take a picture front and back and put it in there. Thank you. Oh, well, that's a problem. Words I can't say. You got tweezers. Okay, wait, I can stop right
Yeah.
there because I got more coming to you.
Okay.
Unidentified piece of iron.
This coin is dated 1853.
Probably a mini ball. Oh, son of
Let me hold it.
a- Let me see. Can you get a picture
Yeah.
of that?
Got it.
Okay, it's on page 1. Well, you can see 130.
Let me make sure I get the page number.
You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this out first, and
Okay.
then I'll worry about that. So there's a coin stuck in this book, which is not ideal. Oh, this might be better.
Stuck to the flag on the bottom.
Okay. I'm actually not sure that's a flag. We were just beating it. Hey, Sue. Yep. I may have reached the end of my abilities. Let me show you. So there's a coin in here, and it's sort of mashed it into this book, and so it's kind of stuck. So do you want to try, or should I keep trying?
I can try unless you're in a good spot and
I just want you to see it, because
do it. Try to check it. Oh, there you go.
no. Nope, it's okay.
Oh, I was gonna do that anyway.
No, you did a great job. Okay, let me see if that got stuck a little.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to get the point out?
Yes.
Okay, here's another button. And I'm going to trade you, because I'm afraid that's going to fall over. So this is the grand officers and their address, 1886-87. And I have a problem with a coin, annual convocation. I'm going to take your chair. Something state of Virginia.
Another coin is on this book.
Awesome. I'm just gonna have to, yeah. Okay. Take pictures and then it goes in the back. The book is 1886 Annual Convocation Grand Chapter of State of Virginia. Royal Arch Masons. And this is a coin. Just a sec. Eagle on the back, Liberty on the front, 1886. Silver coin. And button and a piece of iron. Button has a naval symbol on it. This coin says 1853. And has seated woman on one side and eagle on the other. Not great pictures. Okay, can I take these away?
Yeah, and take this coin away in just a minute, please.
Okay. Oh, this one?
Yeah. There's another coin attached to a book.
I'll trade.
What are you trading me?
I'll give you an empty tray.
Yes, give me an empty tray. Just.
Oh, the immigrant's friend.
Okay. Okay, folks, next time capsule, put the coins somewhere separate, so they're not getting in everything.
The other ones were individually wrapped.
Yeah, the individually wrapped coins, we like them better. 1 cent piece. Actually, I need the smaller micro special. Is there one over there? Perfect, thank you. Ah, got it. There's a Native American head on one side, 1 cent on the other. I am not seeing a date, it's a bit worn. Hey, Elizabeth, can you take this coin back? Yeah, do you see that? Is there anything else on there? Okay, fair. Army of the Northern Virginia Memorial volume.
Okay, here.
It's already.
We're down to the bottom.
We're getting down to the bottom now.
So this is 1880 Army of Northern Virginia Memorial Volume.
Okay. Keep misplacing it.
Yeah.
What would you like me to do?
We do need direction for consult for this.
Okay.
This is really interesting to me right here.
Okay, you want me to go get her?
Oh, I'll get her.
You want to go get her? Okay. So we still have a mini ball, we have some pamphlets, and we're having a debate about what the thing on the bottom is.
That last book, you just took us over that one.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
sorry.
Northern Virginia Memorial.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to try and get any of the rest of this out, or wait for Gretchen?
you can get that.
Okay. Okay, another newspaper. Yeah, I definitely can't read that one. It says Richmond, Virginia. The Immigrant's Friend, 500 Virginia farms for sale or exchange, in case anyone's in the market. That's not working for me. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Immigrant's Friend. Published by Manning C. Staples and Company, real estate agents and auctioneers. Richmond, Virginia, 1104 and a half Main Street. Their telephone number is 114. Okay. I mean, that's all the numbers.
But they had a phone.
But they had, yeah, they had a phone. Okay, guys. Right. Everything about this one. Okay, this is what we're gonna do here. Mini ball.
How many does that make?
I want to say that's 5 or 6, because there was one in the wood, one that was spent, and I think this is the 4th or 5th one that's whole. Okay. So right now what I'm seeing is a piece of card that's sort of folded up in a heavy piece of paper. I'm really not sure what I'm looking at. You can tell we're at the bottom. Hear it.
You want a fresh tray?
Yeah, I'm gonna need your fresh tray, thank you. Yeah, this is too big. Oh yeah, I need a lower chair. I need that chair. Yes, this place over there. I'm gonna have a little bit closer. Okay. That's better. Do you see so it looks like this is wrapped in this, and that's the last thing before whatever that is. See? And I wonder, we should probably get that off first.
Yeah.
Sue? Yeah. So it's, this is wrapped in that, and that, it looks like. But it's not excited about display.
Yeah, I see that.
You see that? Would you like to? Sure.
I can get my stuff on in there.
Yeah, I think that would be better than me trying to do that.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need help.
Okay. All right.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. Okay. You wanna just? Oh, it looks like something's wrong here.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
Off the chair. So, it's sort of crinkly on this edge, but.
So what they're discussing right now, we're at the very bottom thing. We're trying to figure out how to get it out. We're trying to figure out if it's stuck to the bottom. It's quite large. It sort of folds up to one side.
The reason I was interested at this end is because they're just.
Honestly, I can't tell you what it looks like.
Yeah. So like an envelope might be spot on. But, so it's like it's not stuck.
You're okay for that?
It's just water or soda. It's just packing down. Yes, the capillary reaction for sure. It feels strong. It could be parchment. Or you know that sort of onions. Yeah.
We have a lot of folks watching at home, and we're on the last item, but one more thank you, particularly over the holidays, to our DHR staff that we see here, and also in the back, big round of applause. Andy Evans and our Virginia Film Office have been documenting this. Thank you to the press for getting our notes. Folks asked about our 10-year-old here. Virginia civics and Virginia history is taught in 4th grade. So this is an excellent opportunity to have
You got a clean tray over here.
watch it.
Yes, that's the last item.
Here, we'll. Get a quick look. We're going to put this in silica gel too because the box is an artifact as well.
All right, we're going to take it back onto
Yeah.
this table so we can look at it. Got a little more room.
It looks really a silver color, but until I get it tested with our portable X-ray fluorescence, I won't be able to give you an answer. Okay? I'm just going to leave it here for a second. I'll get I'm right here.
I guess float around and try to get all the other people to do busy work. Yeah, like, were you able to get any of like the texture stuff, like really detailed in that graph? Perfect.
They just need to get that job done, and then we'll be able to help you out. Yes, yes, yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen that we made it through. Again, great shout out to the team at the Department of Historic Resources. We're going to do one more thing before we wrap up for the day. They've got a little bit of time-sensitive work to do here over the next few minutes to get these artifacts in good shape, to make sure that they are safe and conserved over the coming days. And then we're going to ask the team to come back and give you a quick overview of what the next steps are, what they'll be doing over the next couple of days, couple weeks, to make sure that all the artifacts are in good shape. So just be patient, and then we'll turn to that, and we'll wrap up for the day. Cool.
It's really weird to see me back there on TV when I'm back there. Okay. Okay.
Place up at the side of the box. Where do you think we should do it? Yeah. Like just, I don't even know if it should go like that, so you reveal it, or just nothing but box. Right?
What you getting? Okay. Before you get started, can you move that roller chair? Okay.
I might, but first I need scissors. Okay. Can I just start? Yeah.
He's shooting a close-up just of the copper through like a backdrop for the credit staircase, you know?
He can have fun with that all he wants until I put it in the bag. There you go. But I gotta make the bag first, so he's got a few minutes. I gotta cut them each in half and then piece them together.
Is there an inside next touch deposit?
Together. Make sure there's a cheese only for Sue.
She's only
I'm having a pepperoni, but Sue needs a cheese only. I think she'd rather have cheese. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You can put this out. It's gonna take a minute for this to heat up. Okay. There you go. Questions while I wait for the sucker to heat up? That's a good question. That may be a question for Julie.
Is it
Or
fair to
Grant.
say, Kate, that we will work together with our team to make sure
Yeah.
that at least an inventory of these
Oh, yeah, you'll be able to,
materials will be
yeah,
available soon?
absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
That's one of the questions.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the blog and the DHR webpage.
Facebook page,
Put
maybe I
some
don't
in there
know.
and the Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had something to ask you.
Yeah.
Fair. So what I'm doing now is I'm just making a bag so we can put that in a bag with silica gel so that it can stay dry. Silica, so yeah, like you find in your shoebox, yep.
Hey, was it like the last item pulled out of the box?
They're still assessing it right now, I don't know what that was. I really couldn't read it.
But it was
It looked like a publication to me. Something, I think it says something about a lodge, which doesn't really narrow it down, I know.
What about that second to last?
That's with the Grand Lodge of Virginia.
Sorry?
What about the second to last?
I don't even think they've gotten to that one yet. So it basically looked like a thick piece of paper folded over a card, like a piece of card, but we couldn't see anything the way it was folded up.
The header says the Grand Lodge of Virginia, but it's not clear if it's a certificate or a proclamation yet. There's a lot of words.
That's the bottom thing, the last thing, yeah. The Grand Lodge of Virginia, but you can't quite tell if it's like a proclamation or something else. It looked a little fancy when I got a glimpse, but
Or a certificate of some sort, or a spray piece of paper they wanted to use as a liner in the bottom of the box.
it's fair. Weirder things have happened.
Hey, are you conducting the summary or someone else?
Sorry?
Are you conducting the summary again or someone else?
At the end, I'll be doing it, and we'll probably have Sue and Gretchen too, so that we can answer all your questions about what the next steps are for these artifacts. So just give us a second. Can't make it hotter.
Can't make it hotter,
Faster. Although it is very hot in here.
It is. You think we could touch it and melt it?
You'd think, but no. Let's try it one more time. Touch a $5. Or, did I get you?
No, no.
Okay. We need 2 more sides.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Now we're cooking with gas.
There's probably a couple gaps, and I'll get them at the end. Okay. And that one, and then we'll work with it.
This is the longer one. Do you want the longer one?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Let's do that way. Just want more stuff. Okay.
Does the side back up?
Let me see if I'm
You
gonna
want
do
to pull
that.
the tape off?
Yeah, the tape is coming off for sure.
Yeah, it's really start to go on.
Okay. Come on. There we go. Is that all of that side?
Those are the longer pieces on the front. The other side is clean.
I'm not going to bend it back too much.
Yeah.
I think we'll be able to get it in without bending it anymore. The more we bend it, the more brittle that metal is going to get.
Yeah. You want the blue
I'm
board?
debating. No.
Okay.
You can get that. Okay. We can talk to them about next steps. That would be great. Can we slide this? I want more room in the back.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, we're just putting the silica gel back. We're gonna dry this out. Metal likes to be dry. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take this closed for now. Let's fold that up as much as we can. We might redo this
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
For now, this is just a quick. Can I? Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a better job of that later. Okay.
So mostly dry? Yeah. Okay, completely dry then?
Yeah, so if it's not cool to the touch, then it's dry.
Let me see if I can get correction. Okay, you ready? Yeah. Okay. Yes, we're good to go for next steps.
Well, let me just, Julie, you want to join us? Let me give a quick overview and then get to the Q&A.
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon again, everybody. I know lots of folks have been watching at home on the live stream. What you've been seeing today is live from the Conservation Lab at the Virginia Department of Historic Resources. As you know, the Confederate statues on Monument Avenue in Richmond have been coming down over the past year. And earlier late this summer, the largest Confederate statue in the country of Robert E. Lee came down. The process, it was atop a 20-foot tall pedestal, and the process of taking that down began about a month ago. And yesterday, the team that was disassembling this discovered a time capsule that was placed there in 1887, according to the historical record. They've been looking for it for a while. A separate time capsule was found about a week ago in the middle of the pedestal, and that turned out to be a fun thing. It was artifacts placed there by the people that built the physical structure, and so hats off to them for thinking of that. Very cool thing. But then yesterday, the team found the original time capsule, this box right here, that the historical record talked about. And so for the past 2 hours, the team of conservators from the Virginia Department of Historic Resources have been disassembling it, taking the materials out, and you've watched them put those aside so that they can be safely maintained and studied over the next several days, a few weeks, many months. Before we wrap up, I want to give everybody the opportunity to talk to the conservation team. We'll turn first to Kate Ridgway, who has been leading this work today, and she'll tell you first about what's going to happen to the materials next, and then we'll open it up for questions, and then we'll wrap up.
Before you leave, your name and title.
Sorry, yes, thank you, Andre. I'm Grant Neely, G-R-A-N-T, Neely, N-E-E-L-Y. I work for Governor Northam as the Chief Communications Officer for the Commonwealth of Virginia. All right, Kate Ridgway.
Hi, once again, I'm Kate Ridgway. I'm the State Archaeological Conservator for the Department of Historic Resources. Just a quick recap. Me and my colleagues who will be talking and answering your questions in a sec. As carefully as we could, remove several objects from this container. We are going to try and get you a full inventory of that as soon as we can. Most of you are here, so you know most of the stuff that we've already brought out. Really, the next steps are we're going to try and stabilize these artifacts. They were more waterlogged than we had hoped, but not as bad as it could have been. So what you're seeing right now is basically what's going on with all the metal artifacts in the back. So the coins, the bullets, and everything. We're putting those into containers. They're going in with silica gel. They're being dried out as much as possible. That is not the case with all the organics. So the paper and everything that you saw is going to have a different process. And so I'm going to let Sue Donovan from UVA and Gretchen Geddes from Colonial Williamsburg Foundation talk about the next processes for paper and for textiles.
So I'm Sue Donovan, Conservator for Special Collections at University of Virginia Library, here as a sister institution for DHR. So what's going to happen in the next couple of hours as we finish the triage is we're going to focus on putting the very, very waterlogged books that we will not be able to interleave or otherwise dry. We're going to put those in the freezer, and
So putting items in the freezer buys us a lot of time, and they will eventually be dried. We're gonna put silica gel in the freezer after they're completely frozen. That will help draw off the moisture from the books. The flat items such as the newspapers here, we're going to work on getting them as flat as possible and then drying them between pieces of non-woven, non-spun polyester fabric and blotting paper. So that helps draw out the moisture from the very thin pieces of paper like newspaper. And as they dry, we'll continually sort of move them through the pack so that we can focus on the more wet items and make sure that those get dry as well.
Hi, my name is Gretchen Gaitis. I'm from the Conservation Department at Colonial Williamsburg Foundation, and I'm here to help with the textiles. And they are going through a more similar process to the paper. We're trying to get what is damp or wet, dry quickly, and this is done with sandwiching things between blotter in a single layer. The other thing that we have a concern about is all of the textiles that we did have some sort of media associated with them. They're printed, or my favorite, they have a metal decoration, either in the form of medals, like a an award, or for metal fringes, just to get even better and fancier. So these are the things that, because they live together, we really need to get the moisture gone and to keep things dry, especially in the case of a two-tone silk ribbon that was retrieved. It has dyes that will actually migrate, so we need to get that drying quickly. So that's already been sandwiched between blotter and is in the part of that drying process.
So, just so you know, the artifacts are staying here temporarily. DHR is just providing conservation for these artifacts, and then they're going to be stabilized, and then we're going to be working with the final owners of the artifacts to make sure that they are preserved in a way that works for their institution. Are there any questions?
Who exactly will the final owners be?
That I do not know.
That is yet to be determined. At this point, I think it's the Commonwealth's position that they are the property of the Commonwealth, but that's a question that we will spend more time working to answer.
And this process buys us time to have that process happen.
So a picture of Lincoln in his grave or in his coffin, what was that?
From what I can tell, that was a mass printed engraving that appeared in Harper's Weekly. So it was not an original. It was perhaps taken from a photograph, but it is an engraving in a newspaper. So the newspaper was from 1865, from what we can tell, unless it was a reprint, which has happened. There's really, there was no photograph per se.
Is that what that is centerfold?
Yes, exactly.
Did anything in particular intrigue you or pique your interest? Like, what does this tell us about the people at that time?
I
what
think
they
we
cared about?
I think that we haven't had a chance to even look at these things. We were treating them as artifacts, and we aren't going to have a chance to process this anytime soon. Right now, we're just trying to stabilize them, and then we'll be able to go back and figure out what we have.
Did this seem
Could you provide us with a quick, brief summary of the things that were found?
Well, I think for as far as we can tell, without having a perfect memory, the items that were on the list, we found quite a few of them. So as we're documenting, we'll be checking them off and comparing them with the inventory list we already have.
And once we've done that, we'll be sharing information with all of you.
Absolutely.
We'll have a complete inventory, we'll have photographs, and we'll be happy to share those.
The first items you took out, some of us weren't in the room when you actually got the top off.
Are those medals of some kind? What were
So we found some coins and a button and some mini balls.
But they weren't like battle medals. of
I
military.
didn't see any of those, but there were a lot of things inside envelopes, it looked like. So we honestly aren't sure what all we have yet.
All right, anybody else?
Is there anybody here who can speak to how common it was or wasn't to have a time capsule placed inside?
So, I am not a historian, and you should really find a historian. I think the folks at the Valentine probably know more about this than I do. I'm positive they do. But I think that there's a question as to whether or not this is truly a time capsule. Time capsules were meant to have a definite opening date in the future, and this did not appear to have that. So calling it a cornerstone box is probably more accurate.
And then how long are the coins and soap to go in this stuff?
We have to get them dry, and then I'm going to assess them as I get a chance.
Oh, okay.
And so I'll be able to do more photography and stuff and get more coin information out to y'all.
What is a cornerstone box?
So, I mean, it's literally a box they put together to put in the cornerstone. I don't have a better... I was talking to my colleague at the Valentine, and that's sort of the wording that we could find that was the best wording. It was a box of things they put together to put in the cornerstone. And then it didn't have an end date like a normal time capsule where it's like, in 100 years we're going to open this. It just wasn't that kind of box. It was something that they put under the statue.
From inscriptions that I saw in the envelopes coming out, inscriptions said, "For the cornerstone." So I think that really vibes with what Kate's talking about.
Is there no inscription on the side of the box, or can you just not tell?
I have not seen, when I looked at it last night, there was no inscription on the side of the box. I'm not seeing any inscription on the inside anywhere. We can't see it on the lid. I mean, it is definitely possible that this copper has been sitting in acidic water for long enough that has sort of been corroded away.
All
The
right,
other
anybody else?
possibility is it never existed. Who knows? Sorry, go ahead.
No. Anybody else?
Okay, we're going to get back to work.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for being patient.
Before we go, let's give a big shout out to the Department of Historic Resources. These are the best conservators in the United States of America. And to everybody at home, thank you to them. Thank you to the team from the Virginia Film Office. Thank you to the legal team at the governor's office who made this possible. Nice work, especially on a holiday week. These are folks who are used to toiling by themselves in this room. And so we've had lots of folks fully vaccinated, fully masked together in the room. So thank you all for being here as well.
And thank you again to the folks in the back that you're not seeing who are working.
Where is the time capsule that was put in just recently? Where is that now?
I don't know the
I
answer.
don't actually,
I'll find out. I just don't
Yeah.
know everything.
I don't do new time capsules.
I know.
Okay.
All right, thank you all.
Any other questions?
Can you just give the spelling of Sue and Gretchen's name?
Sue, S-U-E, Donovan, D-O-N. Hey, Sue and can you guys spell your names for them, please? That would be better. Right.
Sue Donovan, S-U-E-D-O-N-O-V-A-N. I'm conservator for special collections at UVA Library. Gretchen Guidus. It's Guy with 2 S's.
I'm sorry. I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, what kind of other than
Hey, do you need like those tools hung up on the board? You did?
No, I did. I'll get a tighter one.
Something, you know how like is it? Spent hours. Yeah. Cool.
It shouldn't take that long.
There you go. The branching side. 90% of the frame exterior, 10% of it is up. Me too. Did you guys keep throwing pizzas and all this, or was that just the comment? Oh, okay. For whatever reason, I was like, I swear to God that box smells like it's giving off some weird smells. Make me feel some kind of way. Is that the
I don't know how long it takes to kill a sound like
I love potatoes really.
I don't
Okay, you know what?